Hey YouTubers, it's that van guy again with another store finds and mail deliveries video. Last week was a little bit small for what I hauled in, but I had a lot of stuff in the mail on its way to me, and a lot of it hit this week. So we have a lot of stuff to go through. First, we're going to go through the stuff that I'm not opening that I found cheap and bought for van trading or to sell as doubles. And some of these are already spoken for. I believe this one's going to my friend Champion DJK. He doesn't have this sugar daddy version of the super van. I'll give you a quick shot of the card from the Sweet Ride series. So we won't be opening that. That's for him. This one is probably a real expensive one, and the most rare 66 Dodge A100 that you'll find. This double bubble, and I found it for a really good price on a Facebook auction. So I picked up one of these, and I already have a deal with my friend Mike Fish to do some trading on this. So he's got a few things he's going to trade me in exchange for this because he doesn't have it. So either he's going to keep it or he's giving it to one of his friends. Can't remember, but that one's already spoken for. So we won't be opening that one. A couple other ones we have here that we won't be opening. These are all ones I got pretty cheap in the auction. You know, cheap enough that with shipping and stuff, I could still sell them at a fair price and get my money back, or, you know, use them as trade bait. So this is a 85 Chevy Astro van from the Star Wars series. I got a few of these from the Star Wars series. Here's a Spoiler Sport from the Star Wars series. And I'll give you a shot of there's the other cars that were in the series. 6-car set, Pop Culture. Here's a Star Trek one. Baja Breaker. And there's the other vehicles from that set. That one we won't be opening. That's another double. Here's a custom Chevy Greenbrier Sports Wagon. There's a casting spotlight on these on my channel if you take a look through my Hot Wheels casting spotlights. This is from a Nestle Pop Culture set. I also have that Raisinets Dairy Delivery because I have a bunch of those. Another cool one is the She-Hulk. This is the custom 77 Dodge van. Really cool metal on metal version. This one is from a Females of Marvel series, I believe, Pop Culture. And I got quite a few of these. I collect the Combat Medics, so I have that one. I collect the Quick Delivery, so I have that one. And I have the Volkswagen T1 panel with the Wasp on it. The only one in the series I don't collect is the Bread Box. So that one we're going to save for trading. And this one as well. This is the Dream Van XGW. There's a casting spotlight on this as well if you're interested on my channel. Just look for the Hot Wheels casting spotlight on the Dream Van XGW, and I'll show you all the different versions that were released. And there's some of the other cars that were released in this set. So I think that's pretty much it for the carded stuff that we won't be opening today. Now we can get into ripping some stuff and checking out some stuff that I'm going to be keeping. Alright, first we'll start off with some of these cool Hot Wheels VWs, and they come in a lot of different variations, but what's common about these, or what they have in common I should say, is they have a hinge in the back, and they're split along the body line, and they actually open up, and they're very detailed inside, and are kind of like a drag car, or like a all-out race car / drag car. So all these ones that have this hinge on the back, you can kind of see the two little bumps on the back, if it'll focus. So I collect these hinge VWs, and I just started getting into them a little bit more. They come in a lot of different versions. They come in this little Hot Wheels acrylic case, some of them. Some of them come in the Hot Wheels oil can, like this, where it comes in like an oil can, and or like a round can, and it's on this little chrome circle base with a couple screws in it, and then some just come in like regular packaging. Here's another one that has the hinge, and even this this like pickup version with the surfboards has the hinged opening in the back. So I'm going to take these two off of the base quickly, and then I'll get right back here and we'll take a closer look at the at them on the rotisserie, where we can check them out in closer view. Okay, yeah, they weren't very easy to get those screws out, so I'm glad I did it off camera, so you didn't have to listen to me cuss or watch me struggle with it. But let's take a closer look at these. They are very detailed. First, I'll give you a shot of the bottom. It's like a 3 rivet casting, 2 in the back and 1 in front. We got really detailed wheels, and they have rubber wheels. Here's the engine. So very detailed and more true to scale. These are smaller than the average VW van casting from Hot Wheels. These are from the some of them are from the 100% line, so they're supposed to be more of a 100% 64 scale, true to scale. That's why they're smaller and a little more detailed. All these have the tilt up top that exposes the engine and the interior inside. It's got a chrome roll bar and a little dash and steering wheel and 2 racing seats, and then a big engine in the back. So they all have that where they open like a clamshell. And this is California Dreamin' Tour Bus, surfing, shopping, and cruising. This one came in an acrylic case. Next up, we'll check out another one of these. This isn't the one that came in the oil can. The sales and service version in the green. And these are all just like a little bit more detailed. I think they all sell for a little bit extra or a little more money because of the... And actually, I think this one still has a sleeve on it now that I look at it. Yeah, it does. Let me cut that off. It's got a little plastic sleeve. We don't want that on there. We don't want it like chafing the paint. Hopefully it didn't damage the paint at all. That's why you want to take your cars out of the package, because, you know, they got the rubber bands on them and the plastic bands and stuff like that, and over time that stuff degrades and then it messes up the paint. Where you get like package rub, and it rubs the livery or design off of the paint scheme. So another cool version with the hinge in the back, and the pop top exposes the engine and interior, and 3 rivet casting, rubber tires. I think they all might have the same exact wheels. Here's another one I got. This one is a really cool. This is one of my favorite paint jobs. This is it's kind of like almost like a flame job with squares. Kind of cool. Cascading squares, like it looks like it's going 100 miles an hour standing still. Another really cool one. And like I said, all of these are premium releases, so they're all a little more expensive. They are pretty easy to find on eBay. Pretty readily available. But, you know, you're not going to probably find them for $3 or $4. They're going to be like 15 or higher each. Sometimes you can find a deal. I always shop around on eBay, and I always look for the best price. And I generally don't buy if the price is super high. Now this one is a little bit different. It's kind of cool that it still has that hinged feature, but this is like a pickup version. And it's got the surfboards on the back. So it still has the same engine, seats, roll bar, steering wheel. Looks like it's the same rubber wheels and everything. But it has the surfboards, and it's a pickup truck version instead of a regular van. Still got the engine on the bottom, three rivet casting, rubber tires. So pretty cool. Added 4 of those to my collection. I think I have 2 other ones already. Some of them are convention pieces. I had found a couple of these cool ones on eBay, real cheap. This one I think I picked up for $1 or $1.50 plus shipping. And she sent it to me at a discounted shipping rate. So just looking for ones that I don't have. If I find a good deal, I'll jump on it. This particular casting is called the Cool One, and it's not my favorite casting, but it is one that I collect, so I'm not really hardcore about collecting it. I'm not going to pay a lot of money to get these. See if I can see, it says Cool One there, Hot Wheels, made in Thailand, 2004. I'm not sure, I don't think that was when this version was released. I think it's more of when the copyright for the casting was made. So there's that one. And that one's like in slightly played with condition. And then we have one that's an unopened one, which is one of the premium releases. This is a Moon Eyes version. There's 2 Moon Eyes actually. There's this yellow one, and then there's a gray, mostly gray with yellow. And this is from the Slick Ride series. There's some of the other vehicles from that same series. But this one is pretty cool. It's got it's a metal on metal with Real Rider tires. And let's take a closer look at it. Pretty cool. This Moon Eyes Cool One. And it's got a lot of Moon Eyes graphics in the classic Moon Eyes yellow. It's got some white racing stripes. I believe the engine is still plastic, but the base is probably metal. We'll take a closer look at that. Let's see if I can tell if this... Yeah, it still feels plastic to me, but it's kind of hard to tell. I guess it could be metal. Maybe this plastic hood scoop here is plastic. It feels plastic when I tap on it, but the engine part, that feels pretty substantial. I think the engine part is part of the base, so I think the engine is metal, but the hood scoops on top, the air inlets, might still be plastic. So let's look at and you can tell the base is a little bit different from the plastic one to the metal one. A slight difference in the front. So there's that. Another addition. Next up, we got one of these Matchbox. Matchbox Ford Supervan 2. Really cool, made in Macau. Really cool van. You really appreciate this van much more if you've seen the video of it, of the actual race car. This is an actual race car that they built, and they've got some videos on YouTube of it. You can check it out. And they have quite a few different paint schemes and versions of this Supervan 2. Ford Supervan 2 from Matchbox. And they pretty much, most of them have the same exact wheels. I think there might have been a casting sold to a Japanese company that produced this in a cheaper line, because I have seen a few that were just a lot lighter, not as beefier metal, and they had real cheap chintzy wheels on them. So, but this one is one I didn't have, so added it to the collection. Here's another Matchbox. This is a pretty cool one. This is the Ford panel van. This is 1/80th scale there. And this is BF Goodrich. Little parts van. I'm not a big fan of the ladders on top, but that's just the way they are. I don't know, how do you guys feel? Do you like to customize your van diecast, or do you prefer to have it exactly the way it came? Or do you have both and you collect it as it came from the factory, and then you have a version to modify and make it the way you want it? I mean, if it was me, I would put some rubber tires on it and get rid of that roof rack, or the ladder rack, but then you'd still have some tiny holes in the top of the van. Okay, we got a few more carded ones. We'll take a look at this green light. This is a hobby exclusive, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, 2018 Dodge Durango Special Edition. And I just saw it because it's a hobby exclusive. I am a fan of the Dodge Durango. I think it's pretty cool, especially like the high performance versions or like the RT versions. And I don't have an example of this casting yet. I don't have the new Dodge Durango, so I thought this would be, since it's a hobby exclusive, this would be a good one to grab. So let's take a closer look at it. It's a green light, so it's got a lot of extra detail. Let's see if I can zoom in even further, because it's got a lot of fine print on it. Very cool example of the newest Dodge Durango, 2018. Border Patrol. We'll get a shot of the bottom and take a look at the base. I know some of the green light collectors, they're interested in the production numbers on the bottom. Here's a closer shot of the license plate. Looks like it might have a little scratch or something on the bumper there. That's alright. Let's take a look at the base. Green light 2018. Made in China. 0081 it looks like. There's a couple different numbers, not really sure what they all mean. Metal base, metal body, rubber tires. Pretty detailed piece. Alright, now we got a few combat medics. These are, I'm a big collector of the combat medics, and I have quite a few. This one is quite a giant card. This is like the size of a book almost. This Color Racers 2. And this is like it talks about an ice pen for use with Color Racers 2 ice pen, the pen that customizes your cars like magic. So it has some sort of pen that you could buy probably in some other set. And this was just like an extra, these were like extra vans or extra vehicles that you could pick up to go with your ice pen set. Let's see if I can move the camera here to give you a better shot of all the details on this. I'm not going to hold it too long, but if you want to pause it here and you can read it, gives a little example of how to load the ice pen or how to make it. And there's a shot of all the different, quite a few different vehicles that were optional or released for this set. So pretty cool. But we're gonna open it up. We're gonna free the piece, as they say, and it's gonna be added to my Combat Medic collection. And I'll just see how heat resistant or reactive it is. I'll just put my thumb on it for a bit and see if we can get it to change color at all. It's just a nice glossy purple color. And we'll see if we can. It's kind of cool to the touch right now. Might have a little package rub on top there. So I'm trying to warm it up a little bit, but it is a little bit cool to the touch. I don't see much of a change where I had my finger on it, but it is kind of cool. The only thing is, without the packaging, you probably would not know it was a color changer. It would just look like a custom. It doesn't even say Combat Medic on the bottom. But it's got the older black wall wheels. Let's take a closer look at it. It's got kind of an orange peel paint on it. Paint is a little bit orange peel, but maybe they had to put the paint on thick to really get it to, you know, react well to the ice pen. Looks like it's got a blue tinted windshield, classic black wall style wheels, and it's got the plastic flimsy doors that open in the back that are hard to open and they don't close very well. So not the greatest design there, but just glad to add that one to the collection. It's kind of a unique one, kind of a cool one, probably rare, and it's really cool that I found it at a really good price. Carded yet, so it's in mint condition, and that'll go in my collection. And then last but not least, we have this another Combat Medic from the Hot Wheels Classic Series 5. And there are two versions of this. There's one with a plastic wheels with just standard 5-spoke wheels, plastic 5-spoke wheels. But this is I don't know if this is a chase version or what you would call it, but there is the exact same color with the plastic 5 spokes, but this one's got the real riders on it. And it does have that little treasure hunt logo on the card, but I don't know if that was, they used that logo a lot before it was officially the treasure hunt logo, so I don't know if it really, if there's any significance. You can see that they used it right there in the ad for their website. And here's the all 30 Hot Wheels Classics. Those are the other cars in the series. If you want to pause it, you can read it. But let's open it up. Check it out. Another one that I did not have. There's a couple different colors of this. These classic Combat Medics. This is, and it's kind of hard to tell sometimes on eBay which one it is. But this is like the light metallic blue. And because they're so reflective, depending on what type of flash you use when you take the picture, it's kind of hard to tell. Sometimes it looks purple, and there is a purple one. So there's a light blue one, like a metallic light blue, and then there's a purple, and you can see from the reflections in the background, and the way the light hits it, it just kind of changes colors a little bit because it's so reflective, like a lot of the other Hot Wheels Classics. But there's a plastic wheel version, and then there's this real rider version in this light blue. But I already have the purple one, and then I think there might be one other color, like an orange or a red. And it's got the flimsy plastic doors that open in the back that don't really sit flush when they're closed. And I noticed on the helmet it has a little flame logo too, and I'm not sure if on the plastic wheel version it doesn't have that little star. As a matter of fact, if you want to hang on a second, I think I can grab one of them out of my display case. Okay, we're back. I'll just kind of give you an example. Here's the blue one on the rotisserie, or the turntable, is the light blue. Here's the purplish version, and it's got the real riders. And here's a reddish orange one that I have, and this is that got the plastic 5-spoke wheels. So a couple of these colors, they come in the plastic 5-spoke wheels. And see how on the helmet it doesn't have any, it's just a helmet, it doesn't have any logo. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, it does actually have a logo. Just have to look. Hold it in light just right to see it. So this one does have, let's see if I can zoom in on it maybe. This one does have the little flame star logo on the helmet, but it just has the plastic 5-spoke wheels. So I don't think that really means anything, as this one has the star with the flame on the helmet and the plastic wheels, and this one has it as well, but it has real riders. So I don't think that's any indication. If you guys know, if you're a combat medic expert, I would really appreciate you to leave some of your information in the comments down below. But this is the light blue, and here's the purple one. And I'll stack them right on top of each other so you can see the difference. Not a whole lot of difference. It's like a light blue lavender almost. So like I said, under the right light, they're kind of hard to tell the difference because they're so close in color. One looks a purplish blue, and one looks like a light blue, silverish. So if you're buying it on eBay and you're not sure, probably message the seller and ask him his opinion on what color it is so you're not getting the wrong one. But those are the two Real Rider versions, and there's the plastic wheel version. And look for that. We'll be doing a combat medic casting spotlight here in the near future because I have quite a few of them. I probably almost have all of them at this point. I'm getting real close to that, and I usually try to wait until I get almost every casting or every version of the casting before I do my casting spotlight, so I can show you guys all the different versions without just, you know, having a slideshow of pictures from the internet. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And don't forget to check out my Facebook page, That Van Guy. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Have a great day.